Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another BNSF 6951 Saturday premiere video. Today is you guys' lucky day. Why? Because it is a 3 for Saturday. Yes sir. The first one was I wanted to prove myself that I can pull one locomotive up to 2% grades with about an 11 or 12 car consist. The second clip in this video is going to be my challenge acceptance to SPARKY107107'S Caboose Challenge. And finally, the third one is I accept Jason the Train Freak's challenge of running a unit train through my entire layout. Anyhow, with all that being said, I did all of that, and I hope you guys and gals enjoy this video. And as always, your questions, comments, inputs, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all. Folks, let's get on with the video. This vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF 6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the cuz sent you. Alright, this is my answer to Sparky's challenge that he has for cabooses or cabooses or however you want to say it. But I only have one caboose or caboose in my entire fleet, and it was a gift from Sparky one of the times that he was here. And the locomotive I'm going to run it with is also a gift from Sparky the very first time he was here to visit with me. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's see how this guy is going to go, okay? So let's see. We'll give her a start up here. Alright guys and gals, we start this video off by watching our power leave the engine facility, heading toward the front of the yard so we can cross over to the appropriate yard lead to hook up to his train. And by the way guys, this is a voiceover. I'm just trying it out and see how it works. Apparently, this Vegas Pro 15 has an option for me to hit the record button. Anyhow, we approach the front of the yard, we cross over McDowell Road, and we will be switching over to yard lead number 2. Now, because this video was kind of sloppy on that one, you knocked over a silo. But anyhow, our power starts to back down to proper yard lead, which is yard lead number 2. And we will cross back over McDowell Road. And we backing down, we cross the track number 2 to hook up to our train that's waiting for us. After all checks have been done, tests have been done, and our train coupled up, we depart Mobius Yard. Again, we will cross over McDowell Road. Oops, I forgot to clean a little bit of track right there, so we got a little bit of a stalling action, but that's okay, it won't last very long. Just locomotives. Just going over a turnout right now, 2 Pico turnouts, and if I don't clean them every time, I just have problems with them. So here's where we cross over to main 1. Those are the Pico turnouts I was just telling you guys about. And we will be heading into room number 2. As we enter room number 2, we pass Kutig Building Supplies. Now this place here is probably 3 or 4 miles north of Phoenix proper, so I still call it Phoenix. Oh no, a speed trap. Oh no. Anyhow, it's telling us that we're doing 16 miles an hour, which looks about right. Could be a little bit slower than that, I'm thinking. But I think there's a problem with this speedometer right now. Excuse me. Because you'll see in the next clip. It could be 16 miles an hour, but I think it's actually a little bit faster than that. And here, you'll see the train going through it again. This time, physically, the train is going faster, but the speedometer says it's actually going slower. So, we're going to have to check the batteries in there and see what's going on with that. I think the batteries might be kind of weak. I've had this probably 6 or 6. It's not mine, it's George Blair's. He's letting me use it for now. But we'll see. I'm not exactly sure about this area. I don't remember what the streets are, but I am calling it North Phoenix or the beginning of Glendale. So I'm calling it North Phoenix Glendale industrial area. There's 5 industries in this area. It's very fun to switching operations in this area. As we leave North Phoenix / Glendale, we enter the Helix. The Helix is the first of our 2% grades. And there's a little bit of a story that goes along with this Helix. I think I started building this about 2 years ago, or maybe 2.5 years ago. And I started using all thread, and I picked a really heavy all thread because I'm saying, oh, this is a Helix, it's going to be heavy, I need to support it, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, after getting it all together, we ran a DD40X, and guess what? The overhang on the DD40X was hitting the all thread. So I went back to the Home Depot or whatever, and I bought thinner all thread. And so George, myself, and Joe started to replace all the threaded rod, and that was a project and a half by itself. Come to find out, even the thread, or the skinnier all thread, was still too big. So finally, we added the wood blocks that you see now currently in, and right now we don't have any problems with anything, any kind of rolling stock that goes through there. Another thing that the Helix represents is all the small towns that this train would travel through to get up to Ash Fork. There's about a little over 2 scale miles of track, or 75 feet of flex track, and 33 feet in N scale equals 1 mile. So I had just over 2 miles of trackage in the Helix itself. Let's see, the Helix, like I started at the beginning, is 2%. It rises 16 inches, 20-inch radius, and I did take a lot of time to build this, probably about a month or so. Made sure all the track was perfect, and I'll tell you what, after all of that blood, sweat, and tears, this Helix runs very, very well. I hardly have any derailments in the Helix. I have gotten a lot of compliments on this area of my Helix. I didn't want it to be a plain Jane, so I decided I was going to put some scenery up on top, and this happens to be probably one of my most favorite scenes on my layout. It's just like a big, huge S-curve, and I just love it. Now we're crossing over the Agua Fria Dry River. And I will explain a little bit about the distance between this bridge and the bridge that we're going to go over next. This is the area I'm calling Castle Hot Springs. Now, from the bridge that is crossing right now to Castle Hot Springs is probably 10 miles. And from that bridge that we just crossed to the bridge we're going to cross over right now, is probably about 25 miles, all squeezed into 8 feet. Anyhow, right now the train is passing under the Morristown flyover bridges, entering the town of Morristown. And here we go, crossing over the Hassayampa River. Now, from this bridge to the previous bridge is probably between 20 and 25 miles, all compressed into 8 feet. The road bridge in front is prototypical, crosses over the Hassayampa River. Now we cross over the Wickenburg bridge that goes over Wickenburg Way and enter into Old Town Wickenburg. I put the buildings behind the track because I'd rather see the train than the buildings. I know it's not prototypical, and I'm going to have to rearrange the track in front of it, but I think that's the way I want to keep it. just so I can see the train in front of me, because there is a passing siding back there, and it'd be cool to see the train doing that. So I know people are going to complain about it, but oh well. Alright, so this is where the second 2% grade starts, and it will be a continuous incline all the way up to summit. So we have about 40 feet or so before it reaches. I think more than that. That's just a guess. This is Little Hell Canyon, and it's Hell, not Hells. There is no S. And I know it's natural to say Hell's Canyon, but you got to refrain from that. The towers on the bridge right there that you see, I rebuilt those. That was a microengineering kit, and to me the steel work was just a little oversized for N scale. So I rebuilt the towers, and I also built the bridge, the road bridge that's in front of it right there. There are no tunnels on the P-line sub, but I need to get the track behind and not make it look like a mountain, so I made it look like a cut. And as you can see, that track really, if I had enough room, this track would be all straight. And of course nobody's got all that room, at least I don't think so. Now at this point here, the grade increases by another 0.5%. I needed to do that to get up the summit. Anyhow, we are in Paulding, Arizona right now, and that is the home of Drake Cement Plant. And as we go around the backside, you'll see some of the progress I've made on this. It is way overdue for me to get working on it. Anyhow, most of these hoppers that you see here should be going to Drake Cement Plant because they are classified as Drake hoppers. But this is just a fun run for me to do. And I just wanted to see, unit trains. And like I said at the very beginning of this video, I'm going to be doing 2 more unit trains after this. One will be a tanker train and one will be a hopper train. Well, that's Drake Cement Plant right there. And it's a combination of HO and N-scale parts. And right here is where we finally reach summit. This part of my layout is 24 inches above the lower level. And we're about to cross Hell Canyon Bridge. Again, no S. I know it sounds weird and it sounds natural to say Hells, but no, it's just Hell. This is a second one of my favorite scenes. It's not finished yet. I still need to add a lot more vegetation and stuff like that. And again, going from Hell Canyon to where these pine trees are, it's quite a distance, but there are, and I'm trying to just represent a little bit of the pine country that it goes through. Now we are entering Ashford city limits. This could be a crew change here, or it could be just waiting for further instructions, but from here it will go to the junction at oh crap. Crap. Anyhow, it goes to the junction at the BNSF Transcon, and it'll go east from there. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this vid. As always, your questions, comments, inputs, shares, likes, and welcomes are always welcome. For now, that's all, folks. BNSF 6951, aka Cousin Vinny, out.